You should make sure that all of the female characters in the game are fuckable.
So you should follow the account that I'm stitching this off of, not Asmongold. But I want to talk to the guys out there. Like, you understand that when you need to sexualize your video game characters, what you're trying to say is these aren't, like, women aren't people. They're this object that you use, and they provide this service, they provide this function for you. And this is because people like Asmongold, who sit in their stinky ass house and never leave it and don't have interaction with human beings, don't have relationships. They don't have girlfriends. They don't have wives. They don't have these things. Your life is a lot better with those things, right? And so he is one of these little men who try to act like this is the new alpha male, is to be scared of women, objectify them, and stay home and never leave your house. That's a horrible way to live. It really is. Like, I get it. We all go through periods where we're going through rough times and we may not go out a lot, or you don't want to hang out with people. And, like, I get that. And there's a whole fake Instagram world out there that's presenting people in ways that aren't real. But he's also presenting something that's not real, that's not real sustainable. And it is way better that you go out and interact with actual human beings and have disappointment, have celebrations, have good things and bad things happen because of that interaction. And there's acts that work a lot better with two people. How about that? Trying to figure out a way to say that. But, like, there's just so much of this. Like, the Grumps guy is a creepy old dude who has nothing in his life except this anger to yell at you and then want to do that to video game characters, because don't look at these people as something to hold up or to follow or to agree with. Reject this. You can start smoking and drinking, and you will live healthier lives rejecting these people than if you didn't smoke or drink and you followed people like this. This is the biggest loser you will ever meet in your life. He's an absolute pathetic human being. And I would feel sorry for him, except that he chooses a life to go out and spread this kind of grossness to the world and this attacking of women in general, right? Because it's what it is. This is an attack on women, and he's terrified of women. Except, like I said, he lives with his mom. I don't even know. I don't care, right? And don't do collabs or whatever with someone that I used to think wasn't the worst horrible person, did a collaboration with them. And yeah, I'm not going to follow you anymore. Like, just, we got to reject this kind of stuff, because this kind of stuff just leads to a misery dead end. So, right? But you know that. But sometimes we have to say this out loud, because there's some 12-year-old kid who doesn't know that. So that's why it's helpful, if you are over the age of 12, to talk about these things, so the 12-year-olds watching people like this. And you think I'm saying that derogatory, but, like, seriously, go Mr. Beast is all 12-year-olds, and then, like, some weird dude in Vegas going into Mr. Beast experience. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. These devices have become babysitters, and that's who's babysitting. I'm going to respond to some of these points that people were making about the Asmongold video, because they're so indicative of a problem, why I made the video in the first place. And so this person's saying, no, in Asmongold's video, he said they had to be effable. And he's saying, oh, no, they just need to be traditionally attractive here. No. That's not what he's saying, right? Let's be clear. Like, I have 3 sisters. I don't ever want to with any of them. But I could say, hey, you look really nice in that dress. That dress looks good on you. That is not saying they're effable. When you're saying they're effable, what you're saying is, you only serve one purpose in my life, and you're an object in that life. And this is what happens a lot with young men who don't have any experience or any interaction with women, is they make them one-dimensional, and they remove that they're complex human beings, and they make them this thing, right? And this thing only serves one purpose, and as in Gold's video. And I see this again and again, right? And to the other point about this of, like, general attractiveness, that's also not true. I mean, look at Coach in Left 4 Dead 2, right? Like, that's not true of what people want in video games. And people want interesting characters. That's what they want. And I think I can go list a bunch of games that have sold a bunch more that don't fit into this mold, but you guys want to choose a couple and use that as your basis for all your argument, and it's just simply not true. So this is another kind of version of the comment. Again, don't beat up these people on this. Is an Asmongold video about him objectifying women, saying that everyone has to be effable in a video game. This isn't about sex in games. It wouldn't be really clear. Asmongold's never gonna have sex with a woman. He'll have to pay them. He's a loser. This isn't about that. And you can have and discuss complex adult topics in video games. Many do. But what he is doing is simply saying that every single woman that he ever sees, that is what he cares about them, because he doesn't see them as complex human beings. He's not going to have a conversation with them or talk with them, right? Like there's some woman on this app who is dying of cancer, is in the hospital, and some guy's like, hey, you're cute. like, hey, you're in a hospital gown, so show some leg. No, right? And that's what this is about. And that is the thing of these people trying to, not say you're trying to defend Asmongold exactly, but the people who justify this or try to defend this, that's what you're doing. And you're losers. You're losers who have this no interaction with human beings in any way. And that's what I'm calling out. That's what I'm saying is unhealthy. I mean, everything about Asmongold's unhealthy. But this kind of thinking of that it's about this one thing, when it's about the objectification of every single person that he sees, that he puts down and compartmentalizes into this one thing, and they only serve this one function, right? And this is just another one that's of similar ilk. No, he's not saying that, right? I'm going to call you out on that. He is not saying that. He's objectifying those characters, because there's a bunch of really well-selling games that have characters that look like a wide variety of stuff. Call of Duty. Are you jerking off to Call of Duty, dude? Maybe you are. I don't know. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the way that when you look at the world through the lens of always just simply making everybody one-dimensional, always being about one thing, that's the issue, and that's the issue here. And you're trying to justify it, and you're trying to make excuses for him. And I find that gross. Because let's be clear, you're justifying and making excuses for a loser.